This is just sharing night. When I share their war stories, because they've already happened. But there's a brother in New Mexico who's a beautiful spirit, and he's an elder. He's a wisdom keeper in my book, life book. You remember the ones, the wisdom keepers, ancient knowledge that gets passed on. They never lose it. And the reason that they never lose that, and that's why I've gone deep into the heart and souls of so many native tribal. I use different words. I don't say they're Native American anymore or anything like that. I call them native spirits. Okay, spirit to spirit, soul to soul, spirit to spirit, right? Eyes to eyes. How much fire you got in you? They know that's where it's at. They know it began with fire. Every Indian knows that. And so I was just thinking a few minutes ago about pathways, because Wally, that's his name, Wally. Wally is a Navajo elder who has a channel, Navajo traditions, ancient traditions, Navajo traditional teachings. That's right. So he's sharing with you ancient wisdom that's been passed down, as he calls the holy people. Right. And there's another Navajo elder that I've listened to what he had to say, and he echoes what I know because of the pathway that I'm on. Okay, and that means that they have learned through experience the importance of it when you're on a spiritual battlefield, much as I mentioned in my previous video about being one, a temple. So we honor all temples. All life is sacred everywhere. We give love to wherever we find life. Okay, that's who we are. That's a living spirit. So it's always going to be measured by how much fire you have, how much fire I have in me, which is a measurement of how much love we have, which is the power to heal. When you're on the one pathway to be one, which is equal unto all you're giving love to, then you know that you're running as hot can be, which means you've managed to stay on that pathway. And Wally talks about that. Okay? It means you know how to navigate your way through a universe and get to the higher ground, the higher heavens. There's a pathway to the higher heavens. So you're seeking to climb that ladder, just like I come down that ladder. That's like a fire pole. I go down that ladder and I go up that ladder. That's the universe that is breathing. That's breathing spirit, because we know that the spirit of fire breathes fire. That's what we breathe, fire. The hottest fire there is. So there's got to be a way to cool your ass down. Fire and ice. So you become the two extremes and become one and do a dance with another spirit. And when you're on that pathway, then you know where there's always a line that is never crossed. And we never cross it. Which means I refuse to dishonor what it is that I am, because I am what love is. To dishonor the sacred one, the first temple, the first seed giver, the first spark of creation, would be to dishonor myself, and I will never do that. Doing harm to another is doing harm to yourself. I know that because that's what I'll experience. And I will experience the loss of energy. Now I'm going to experience what they're experiencing. I'm not supposed to experience that. I'm not supposed to experience anything less than what I am, which is what love is that I experience in them. They're not experiencing that. They're supposed to experience that, but they're not experiencing that. So they're not experiencing the law. So that's why when I was a child, what happened to you? So the pathway, it's the pathway. There's only one pathway. Don't let anybody fool you. When you're on that pathway, it means you know how to run a compass. It means you know how to run a gyrodome, a monopole. It means you know how to motor around the universe. Because chances are, when you're experiencing what love is and naturally not doing any harm, that's what peace is. So you're bringing peace in at the same time you're bringing love in, which is the highest law. When other spirits dishonor that, that is a dishonored spirit. It doesn't honor living spirit. Because living spirit is life. A living spirit is what love is. That's love for life. So if it doesn't have a love for life, it doesn't love itself. That's self-evident, and that's basic logic. Any mathematician knows that. Because all you got to do is run the numbers. And the numbers don't lie. Their numbers lie. So they automatically lose the game of mathematics. Remember? Game theory? Gamers. They're gamers, gaming for energy. So I think I'll leave it there for the evening. But thank you, Wally. There is only one pathway, which is the first temple, which is what love is. So I've been standing on my little soapbox since I was 4 years of age and not wanting to make a lot of attention, navigating, maintaining that pathway. And it's remarkable that you can be in a hell realm and make it a fun zone, because then you're doing work. You're bringing that energy in wherever you go, because love is what heals us. That's what I am. Have a beautiful evening. Be good to ourselves. We love you all.